I briefed a man who had been a senior member of the NASA UAP task force. They ended that task force with no conclusions. They never turned to any first-hand witnesses. They did not avail themselves of the plethora of evidence we have. And it wasn't that this person was at all, he's incredibly interested in the subject, but I'm reminded of what a special forces gentleman said to me recently, is that he is just absolutely stunned at both the incompetence of people in government circles, and in some cases the corruption. Now, in this case, it wasn't any corruption, but the level of, when he described the process and what they were doing, it was such a level of incompetence that any teenager with a smartphone could Google the disclosure and all this stuff and know more than everyone on the UAP task force. So how can this be? So they're either being gaslit and directed into blind alleys where it terminates, or they're completely incompetent. And I think it's probably a combination of the two. So then you get to the level, say, a Supreme Court justice living in that bubble for decades. They really don't live in the real world. I have friends who are very senior attorneys and partners in law firms. It's an extraordinary level of myopia, and they have no idea really how the national security state and its covert components operate. And just the media section of our archive, which is, by the way, being beta tested right now. We think we're going to be able to launch it pretty soon. Some of you may be beta testers of that. I don't know. I think it's going to be stunning to people because it's the evidence in there is dispositive about the corruption of the media.